I say things I don't mean, just trying to make peace, not trying to...
Hey, it's Katelyn Tarver. Thanks for joining me on Creator Sessions. I'm going to be singing some songs from my brand new album, Subject to Change, and we're going to talk a little bit about collaboration, writing songs based on your real feelings versus how the world wants you to feel, and how I wrote a song based on a podcast.
Every bit of truth in every lie. Get a little closer, baby, it'll never come easy. So many things can be true at the same time. So many things can be true at the same time.
As the host of Creator Sessions, I love introducing you to creators who've achieved their dreams. It's a reminder that regardless of where you are in your creator journey, you never know just how close you are to reaching your own dreams. I am stoked to introduce indie pop artist Katelyn Tarver in this creator session. And like many creators, and maybe even just like you, Katelyn grew up in a small town and moved to Los Angeles to pursue those dreams. And spoiler alert, they came true. In this session, Katelyn performs songs off her brand new album, Subject to Change, and enlightens us with a peek into her songwriting process, offers advice on trusting your instincts as a creator, and more.
I can't wait for a year from now. Maybe by then I won't drive by your house, hoping that I see you through the window on your couch. Oh, I can't wait for a year from now. I can't wait for the day to come when thinking of you doesn't boil my blood, and my stomach doesn't drop whenever someone brings you up. Oh, I can't wait for the day to come. All there's left for me to do is wait, just wait, 'cause I lose a little more of you each day. I can't wait for a year from now. Maybe by then I will have seen you out. It'll be bittersweet and you'll hug me when I'm on my way out. Oh, I can't wait for a year from now. All there's left for me to do is wait, just wait, 'cause I lose a little more of you each day. A little more of you each day. I can't wait for a year from now. No, I can't wait for a year from now, when all the little things I learned to love, I'll learn to live without. I can't wait for a year from now.
Thank you. Yay. Okay, so on the guitar and on the keys, on the piano, the real piano, this is Kyle Moore. We've been friends for a while, and he's so talented, so great. Thank you for playing with me today, Kyle.
Always a pleasure.
I wrote that song, I kind of started with the first line, really. I can't wait for a year from now. That was like, I had kind of written that down in my notes. I can't wait for a year from now. And I was like, it made me think of a lot of things. I mean, for me personally, I was like sitting in, my house, 2020, bored, sad that everything I wanted to do was taken away, like all of us. And I was just like, I can't wait for a year from now. I can't wait for time to pass, because that seems like the only thing that will make this better. Because I don't know. And so then I started thinking about that idea of like, when you're in a place in life where you're trying to feel better, whether you're going through a breakup or a hard time or whatever, and you're trying to do all the things that you're supposed to do to make you feel better. Like you're eating healthy, you're hanging with friends, you're reading the self-help book that's supposed to have all the answers, and you're kind of still getting at this place where you're just like, I'm still sad, I'm still in pain, I'm still hurt from this thing. And I think the only thing that's gonna make it better is time passing. And so, I just kind of started with that idea, with that first line. I brought it into the session that day, and I was like, I wrote this thing down. I can't wait for a year from now. And we just that was our jumping off point, and we really kind of focused it on like how it feels right after a breakup of just like, I can't wait for a year from now, because by then maybe it won't hurt as bad, and maybe I won't miss you as much, and all the little things that I liked about you won't be as fresh. So yeah, that's kind of what that song is about. And it really was one of those songs that while we were writing it, the structure is not, it's kind of like a bit of a different structure for like a pop song, if you will. There's not like this obvious chorus. The hook, a year from now, is only in the verse technically. So that was a different thing that I usually, I didn't do a lot of. So I was like, it was kind of cool to just follow the song and just sort of keep it very simple. It's like a 2.5-minute song. Typically, I would, go into the writing of a song and be like, what's the verse? What's the pre-chorus? What's the chorus? And with this one, it just wasn't really following that structure, but it felt right. So we just decided not to mess with it and just let it be what it was. And so, it was really exciting to kind of let myself do something differently than I normally would, and just kind of let the song be what it was. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. Okay, so this next one is called At the Same Time, and I wrote this with a singer-songwriter, artist, just hero of mine. I love her so much. Her name's Madi Diaz, and we had been kind of trying to get together, trying to do a session for probably years, and she lives in Nashville, I live in LA, we just couldn't really make it work, so we finally got on Zoom this past year and wrote this song, and we kind of had this joke that by the time we actually get to write a song, it better be the best song ever written. So we were like, no pressure. And then it actually did end up being one that I really, really love, and that it obviously is on my album. And so, this one's really special to me. It's called At the Same Time.
I love you and I hate you. I need you till I don't. I fix you and I'll break you. I will and I won't. Just when I barely got my grip, I start to lose. Just when I think we won't make it out, we always do. Every promise, every word to get here, every bit of truth in every lie. Get a little closer, baby, it'll never come easy. So many things can be true at the same time. I give up, I keep going, I come back and I'm gone. And I don't know how to go through it, but life keeps going on and on and on. And I wanna do my best, I don't know if it ever shows. Then it turns out I know even less than I thought I'd ever know. Every promise, every word to get here, every bit of truth in every lie. Get a little closer, baby, it'll never come easy. So many things can be true at the same time. And I I say things I don't mean. Just trying to make peace, not trying to start a war, just trying to make peace with it. I don't wanna fight, not settling a score, just trying to make peace with it. Every promise, every word to get here, every bit of truth in every lie. Get a little closer, baby, it'll never come easy. So many things can be true at the same time. So many things can be true at the same time.
Woo.
Whoa.
Round of applause, you know?
You
For
know,
me.
We need one.
For me. Sometimes you gotta clap for yourself.
You do. If you don't support yourself, who will?
Who will? Exactly. And that's a good lesson. No, when I think about that song, obviously it was so exciting to write with Madi. I think it can be common to go into a session. I'm almost nervous every time I sit down to write a song because there's the blank page, there's this idea of like wanting it to be good and wanting it to be the best song you've ever written. And there's this idea in when you're pursuing a career in music and as a songwriter, it's like, you can't help but get that. It's hard to get that voice out of your head that's like, all it takes is one song and that'll change everything. So it's like, okay, well, how am I supposed to create from that place? Anyway, a lot of this album, and especially this song, was like me just sort of putting myself out there in a way that was just like, I'm going to try so hard not to doubt my instincts. I'm going to just say something and see, be brave enough to just be like, is this something? And so, and that's kind of what I think you have to do is try to take that pressure off. Yes, one song can change everything, but also they're just songs and you can write a million of them. And so anyway, when I took this idea to Madi, I was just like, I don't know, I have this idea of just like how so many things can be true at the same time. And she was just like, I love that. And that became, the hook, that became the song. And we just sort of explored the idea of like, feeling like you're made of contradictions and kind of feeling one way this day, one way the next, and how that is maybe okay and how, maybe that's what being human is. And so it was a really exciting song to write and a cathartic one. And I'm just grateful to, have gotten that experience to write this song with Madi and to have her kind of champion me throughout the process. So if you're a creator and you're kind of hesitant on collaboration or co-writing or kind of putting your ideas out there with another person, I am such a advocate for collaboration. I'm such a proponent of it because I think it's so helpful to kind of put your idea out there to someone else and see how it goes into their brain and see what they can add to it. Because I feel like not always, but almost always, it can just help make your idea that much better and that much stronger and that much more clear and kind of maybe you don't realize you have some blind spots. Maybe you're thinking something makes sense, but then to an outsider, they're like, oh no, that isn't really that clear. And I think it helps with just kind of like taking your ego out of it and being like, how do we make the best song possible? Like my idea might be, just what you need to kind of click with an idea that you have. And then, ideally we can make the song or the idea that much better, that much more rounded out, that much more clear, which always makes for a better song in the end. So collaborate. Okay, this song is called Hurt Like That.
I see it now. See it so clearly. You made it look easy to just walk out like it was nothing. How could I have known when you said you were in love? I hate that I believed you. Now I see what it was. You just wanted someone to make you feel like someone new. I was blinded, losing you was violence. You just said goodbye, I couldn't even fight it. Broke my heart, I thought I'd never get want you to hurt like that. When you see my face, do you even miss me? Do you feel guilty and lie awake? 'Cause you can't live without me. At least that's what you told me. You said you were in love. I hate that I believed you. Now I see what it was. You just wanted someone to make you feel like someone new. I was blinded, losing you was violence. You just said goodbye, I couldn't even fight it. Broke my heart, I thought I'd never get it back. I want you to hurt like that. You, 'cause if it didn't matter at all, yeah. If this love doesn't hurt you, then did our love even matter? I was blinded, losing you was violence. You just said goodbye, I couldn't even fight it. Broke my heart, I thought I'd never get it back. I want you to hurt like that. Yeah, I want you to hurt like that. Yeah, I want you to hurt like that.
Nice. So Hurt Like That was written in Nashville, and I love writing in Nashville. I love taking trips there. I love the songwriting community there. And so I wrote this one with David Hodges and Andrew Tufano. And so we wrote this. It was just kind of this demo. You know, we were like having this idea of like, you know, when you're going through a breakup and it's so painful, you're like, the only thing that might bring me some relief is if I know you're hurting just as much as me, even though it probably won't bring you much relief. But so we were just like that idea of I want you to hurt like that. I want you to hurt like how you hurt me. So that's kind of what we wrote the song about. And then I left with kind of, you know, that day of demo where you're just like, cool, I have this song. Like, we'll see what happens with it. And then I had that one for years and I was kind of like, there's something to the song. I don't know if it's for me. Do I want to try and give it to another artist? And I was like, all right, maybe I try to put this out. Maybe it's my song. I like it. Like, let's see what happens. And so we start the process of getting it produced. It's like, all right, let's try and do it like this. And it went through so many passes that it got to this point where I was like, maybe this isn't for me. It was just like kind of that thing where you have this demo, you're like, this is amazing. And then you start to produce it and you're like, oh, we might be getting away from kind of the magic of what the song was. And then, you know, it doesn't fit with some of the other songs. And so I kind of gave it another break, kind of put it back on the shelf and wrote some other songs. And then I was like, still something about Hurt Like That I'm interested in. And so bring it back down off the shelf. I send it back to, you know, one of the producers who had worked on it. He's like, let me try again. And it was still just like not working. And we were just like, and my producer was like, you know, honestly, like, I think I've heard this song too many times. I've heard too many iterations of it. Like, maybe we send it to someone else. And I was like, great. So I sent it to some other producers that were working on some other songs on the album with me. And I was like, can you guys like hear something different with this? Like, feel free to just take it down to nothing and build it back up. And that's exactly what happened. And it worked. And it was just one of those examples of like, sometimes you just need fresh ears on something to get another, you know, getting fresh ears on it helped like bring this whole other energy to it, this whole like life to the song, that they like changed chords in the chorus. Like they added this like almost like Americana, like driving thing that it didn't have before. And I was like, that's it. It fits the album. It fits me as an artist more. And then so I put it on the album, and yeah, it was just a really good lesson in learning, like, sometimes something needs fresh ears and it might work. And so don't throw something in the trash forever. So yeah, I was excited to kind of finally crack that one for me as an artist.
Creator Sessions is brought to you by ConvertKit, the creator marketing platform. And at ConvertKit, we believe that the future belongs to creators like you. That's why we invest in this series. By sharing the more intimate details of the creator journey, we inspire and encourage more creators to follow their passion, because creators shape culture and culture shapes the world. So, whatever your craft, our creator marketing platform can help you share it with the world. Click the link to learn more about how ConvertKit can help you earn a living online.
This next one's called All Our Friends Are Splitting Up. The title is pretty self-explanatory. I wrote this song, I'm married, I'm in a long-term relationship, and I got married young. So there are unique challenges, I think, that come with getting married young, which for me has been being able to find my own individuality and be able to find myself as I'm growing up in the context of doing that in a relationship with someone else who's also doing that, which I think inevitably creates moments where, you're both kind of going through your own things, and maybe you go through long patches of time without communicating those things, and then all of a sudden you're kind of like, oh, I feel kind of far away from you, or what do you think about this thing anymore? And it's easy to just sort of get comfortable and stagnant sometimes within your relationship. And I was thinking about, as that starts happening and you kind of go throughout the years, you look around and you're like, oh, we've had a lot of friends get married and a lot of friends get a divorce, or a lot of friends get into relationships and break up. And just that idea of like, oh, no one gets into a relationship or a marriage with the idea that it will one day end. And, but yet so many people find themselves in that position where they're splitting up and they're like, I really didn't see this coming. And I think, wow. You can have that. I think I just started to have a lot of fear of like, whoa, like that happened to us. Like if it could happen to these people, then I guess it could happen to us. And like, how do we prevent that from happening? And then you kind of hit some rough patches and you're like, oh my gosh, is this how it happens? Like, is this the beginning of the end? And, just kind of this anxiety spiral. And I can sort of sometimes preemptively try to prevent bad things from happening by feeling like if I can just get ahead of it, it won't happen. And so I think I don't know, that's what I was kind of talking through when I was in the session for writing this song, was like, I'm so scared that something's going to happen. And I feel like I'm clinging to like this idea that if I can just dig my claws in to this relationship in a way where I can prevent anything bad from ever happening and any roadblock, which is obviously not really the case. Sometimes you have to go through those kind of rough patches, go through those like moments where it feels scary and you're asking each other, and it's just another level of vulnerability. And it can be a scary thing to commit yourself to another person and be like, oh yeah, like I'm really gonna stay with you through the like ups and downs. And when you really get faced with some of those downs, it's like, whoa, I guess this is really what it means. So this song was kind of like born out of that really vulnerable, kind of scared place. And I wrote it with Annika Bennett and a longtime collaborator, Davis Nash. And it was really nice to kind of have people who knew me and could encourage me to kind of go there with the lyric and express this emotion that I had. And so it's a bit of a doozy, but this one's called All Our Friends Are Splitting Up.
I need to get some air. I need a change of scene. I don't know if you care if I stay or leave. I know we process things a little differently, but I'm jumping off the bridge while you watch TV. All our friends are splitting up. Never saw them fall out of love, and I would die if that were us. Oh, is this just how it goes? You fall in fast and it falls apart so slow. All I really know is I won't give it up, won't give it up, won't give it up if you won't. If you won't. We watch the seasons change. We pick a place to eat. We just ignore the rain till we're in too deep. I used to bite my tongue, find something else to blame, but there's nowhere left to run, 'cause I can't walk away. All our friends are splitting up. Never saw them fall out of love, and I would die if that were us. Oh, is this just how it goes? You fall in fast and it falls apart so slow. All I really know is I won't give it up, won't give it up, won't give it up if you won't. No, I won't give it up, won't give it up, won't give it up if you won't. Is this just how it goes? You fall in fast and it falls apart so slow. I really hope you know that I won't give it up, won't give it up, won't give it up, no, no. Oh, is this just how it goes? You fall in fast and it falls apart so slow. All I really know is I won't give it up, won't give it up, won't give it up if you won't. All I really know is I won't give up on us.
So yeah, that song, All Our Friends Are Splitting Up, is obviously a very vulnerable one about, my own personal relationship, which is always a kind of a strange place to be as a writer, as a creator, to write about, someone else who might not be in an industry where they want to share personal details of their life. And it's a tough line to walk. I think that's when you really have to lean on, the communication skills and just be like, hey, this is the song. Like, this is kind of what I wanted to say. And I don't know. I mean, I don't have the answers figured out for it's a tricky topic, but I think you just kind of have to feel it out for yourself of okay, what feels appropriate to share and it could be useful or relatable, and what feels too much. And I think that's maybe just a line you have to kind of find within yourself and within your partner, whoever you're writing about, who doesn't get to have a voice in the song. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing to have to think through, but ultimately, I think it's important to be able to share your experience and your emotions and how you feel in your own individual self. And that's a big part of, I think, creating something that feels authentic and truthful, and just having the courage to try and do that. And hopefully you have a supportive partner who encourages you to do that as well, which I thankfully do. So, I was really grateful also for the collaborators that I had to just keep kind of giving me the bravery I needed to say some of these things and put myself out there in such a vulnerable way. Because I think when I listen to music and the artists that I love, I find that's what they do a lot, is say things that might in the room when they're writing it feel maybe awkward or embarrassing, or you might get insecure about it. But when another person hears it and is maybe able to get some comfort or just a moment of connection, I think that's what makes the best art, in my opinion. So I think it was important for me to push myself and try to do that. And I always would push other people to do that as well, because I feel like if you're feeling it, if you're thinking it, and if you have thought it, someone else definitely has as well. And it's nice to kind of create that connection, or at least try to. So yeah, that's what I really tried to do with All Our Friends Are Splitting Up. And a lot of the songs that I'm singing today, and this next one is called Downhill From Here. And it's another one that is very vulnerable. It's more just about my own kind of personal, existential, what is life questioning type of moment. And, you know, the opening line of this song, I said to my friends as kind of a joke. And I was frustrated about this idea of like losing trust in people that I looked up to. Either they did something that I thought was weird, or something that made me lose trust in them, and I noticed that within myself I had this tendency to get a lot of external, a lot of things externally, validation, opinions, just what I think about myself. It was like, do you think I'm that way? Okay, cool. Then I guess I'm that way. And I realized that tendency within myself, and I was just like so sick of it. And I just had this moment where I was like, you know what? I'm done taking advice from anybody under 50. And my friends started laughing and they were like, okay, wow. And the idea was, it was just like, I'm sick of like getting what I need to have within myself from everyone else around me. So it was just kind of this almost like angry, bitter, disillusioned, like questioning type of existential crisis moment I had. And so I said that in the session, and they were like, that's a hilarious opening line of a song. We should write that song. And, you know, as we kind of started exploring those feelings, it was just like this. It was just a sad, kind of frustrated, not very hopeful outlook on the world at the moment. And instead of kind of trying to wrap a bow around it and be like, but life is good. I think life is good ultimately, but I liked the idea of capturing how that moment felt and just not censoring myself and kind of asking the question of like, you know, growing up, adulthood, trying to like figure out what you're doing and what you think is really hard sometimes. And I'm just going to try and write about how it feels hard sometimes and how it feels kind of hopeless at times. So all that to say, this song's a bit depressing, but maybe it can offer some hope in a weird way too. I don't know. So this song's called Downhill From Here.
I'm done taking advice from anybody under 50. Spend too much of my time hoping somebody could fix me. Hinge my confidence on thoughtful friends, so when I mess up it's not all my fault. But I'm done taking advice from anybody under 50. Swore I'd never end up feeling bitter and jaded. Next thing I knew, I was someone I would have hated. You can think it won't get worse, then the floor disappears. You can know something for sure, then it's gone in a year. And I miss those younger days when it all felt clear, and I knew what to fear. Is it all downhill from here? Found the love of my life, but I still get kinda lonely. No one says what it's like when the feelings don't come easy. You can love someone with all you got, but it doesn't mean it'll be enough, yeah. It's not all black and white, wish somebody would have told me. Swore I'd never end up feeling bitter and jaded. Next thing I knew, I was someone I would have hated. You can think it won't get worse, then the floor disappears. You can know something for sure, then it's gone in a year. And I miss those younger days when it all felt clear, and I knew what to fear. Is it all downhill from here? Is it all downhill from here? I'm done taking advice from anybody under 50.
So yeah, that one is a little sad, but I think it's just how I was feeling in the moment. And it was actually really helpful in being able to fully feel that feeling and kind of have this song. And I remember playing it on the drive home and just crying because I was like, this is so sad, but it's exactly how I feel. And I sometimes feel like that's how life feels. It's like a little sad. And I think there's always this tendency to like, you know, find the bright side and wrap a bow around it and be like, but it's okay. And I think that is important. But I also think it's important to feel your feelings and not to get like too therapeutic, but like feel your feelings, acknowledge that it's there. And I think that's helpful in being able to move forward and maybe get to the next level of healing or processing or whatever it is that you're doing. And so that's what that song is for me. And maybe it can voice some feelings you have. And I think, again, it was just another example as a songwriter, as an artist, getting the encouragement from people to be like, say it, put it in there, say it how exactly how you feel like. And I think that was a big lesson for me to learn, and just saying what I wanted to say and not worrying about making it more palatable for someone else, and kind of getting I just think it's so rewarding as a writer to do it that way, because then you have exactly what you want at the end of the day. And it's not influenced or, watered down by other opinions. I think it's important to try and hang on to that little voice inside of you as much as you can and go with your gut and say, this is how I felt. This is how I want to say it. So I'm just going to say it that way and move forward. That's been a big lesson that I've learned being a songwriter, being an artist for over 10 years now. I think I've, just had a lot of opportunities to water it down, and I have watered stuff down before, and I've changed it and tweaked it, and it's nice to kind of get to that point where it's like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to say it how I'm going to say it, because that's your unique voice. So don't water it down. So this one's called Shit Happens. As you can see, there's a bit of a theme going on here. This album, these songs are just about difficult feelings, and this is no exception. I think this song in particular, I kind of had this feeling around when something tragic happens in life. The tendency is to say, well, from an outside perspective, it's like, well, everything happens for a reason, or you're going to get so much stronger from this, or just think of the ways you're going to, some good will come from this. And I think, seeing that said to people when they're going through something really tragic, I mean, stuff that doesn't make sense, like losing a parent, losing a child. Like when you look around at the world, there's so much just horrible things that happen, and it doesn't make sense. Like at the end of the day, it's just like, there's nothing that you could say that would like make it to where like, if I lost someone, or if I'm talking to someone that has lost a parent tragically, and I say, well, everything happens for a reason. It's like, well, cool. I hope something good comes from this, but I'd still rather have my mom that I lost. And so I think I've always kind of been irked by that phrase and that idea of like trying to find the silver lining too quickly, because I think I've just seen a lot of pain caused from it and a lot of hurt. And, I wrote this song with Justin Gamella and David Arkwright, and they produced it as well. But Justin lost his mom at a young age, and he's really related to what I was saying and really helped write the song and kind of drive this idea home of just like, yeah, it got kind of annoying to be told over and over again, like, well, everything happens for a reason. And it's like people trying to be comforting. But I think it's just kind of another example of like, maybe like it doesn't make sense that you lost your mom. Maybe like there isn't some like big cosmic meaning for why something happened to you. Did it happen, and will you get a positive thing from it eventually? Probably, but like we can't control what happens to us, and we can't really do anything to change it sometimes. And I don't know. I had that thought for a while, and then I was listening to this podcast. I'm a big podcast listener, a big Brene Brown fan, and she was interviewing Dax Shepard and Tim Ferriss, and she was like, "What's a bumper sticker saying that has been said so much that it's sort of lost its meaning or its ability to kind of be useful for people?" And so Brene's answer was, "Shit happens." And she went on to kind of describe like, when something bad happens, I'm immediately looking for someone to blame. I'm looking for why this happened so that I can prevent it from happening again, so that I can have like some sense of control over how I can, fix the situation. And she's like, sometimes shit just happens and it's nobody's fault. And I just need to remember that. And so it kind of was this light bulb moment of like, oh, like maybe that's a way to kind of put that idea into a song, and maybe it's called Shit Happens, and is that insane? And so I took that idea into the session, and we just wrote Shit Happens. And again, like it honestly started out on guitar, and it started out as this like almost kind of jokey song. And by the time we were into the chorus and kind of talking more about it, we were like, oh no, this is kind of a serious song and a little more existential and like kind of a hard truth type of song. And so it started on guitar, then we put it on piano, and it just kind of added to that melancholy. And it's really one of my favorite songs that I've ever written as a writer. It felt like a real accomplishment for me to kind of get this idea into a song that I feel like encapsulates, honestly, a lot of my worldview. So, yeah, this song is called Shit Happens.
Sometimes good guys get no credit, and bad guys get all the breaks, and you get that house you wanted, but it's just more empty space. The happy couple you look up to is getting a divorce. Your ex is dating your best friend, and you can tell he loves her more. And I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom, but sometimes shit just happens worse than you can imagine. Stop trying to make it make sense. Sometimes shit just happens, there's no real deeper meaning. Let me save you the suspense. Sometimes shit just happens, and you learn to live with it. By all means find the silver lining, make good out of the bad, but don't tell me there's a reason that somebody lost their dad. Yeah, I know it's hard to swallow, that no one's in control, no matter how you try and steer it. Life's gonna throw you off, and I'm not trying to be all doom and gloom, but sometimes shit just happens worse than you can imagine. Stop trying to make it make sense. Sometimes shit just happens, there's no real deeper meaning. Let me save you the suspense. Sometimes shit just happens. You might get cheated, get lost and defeated, find yourself looking for the cause of your pain, but there's not always someone or something to blame. Sometimes shit just happens worse than you can imagine. Stop trying to make it make sense. Sometimes shit just happens, there's no real deeper meaning. Let me save you the suspense. Sometimes shit just happens, and you learn to live with it.
I loved getting the chance to hang out with Katelyn for this shoot because she is so fun and super relatable on so many levels. And one of my favorite parts of this session were Katelyn's insights on how to tactfully battle perfectionism as a creator. She encourages us to take the pressure off of creating something perfect and truly trusting the story that you want to share in the way that you want to share it. If you take one lesson away from this episode, I would say to focus on the magic that happens when you follow your heart, because it is the only thing that is going to lead you to your creative potential.
So if I had one piece of advice for someone just starting out in this industry, I guess one, I would just say don't take my advice. Stop listening to other people. I feel like for me, when I was coming up, I was so worried about, is this the right path? Like, what do you think? And looking at people in charge and being like, they must know more than me what's going to work. And that's just not true. You're the artist. You're the creator. You're the one with the perspective. You're the one with the ability to create the thing that they need. So the more you can hone in on like what speaks to you, what moves you as an artist, what inspires you to create, like what piques your interest. I feel like those things are all what you're going to bring to your art. So listen to that and realize that that is enough. Like that's exactly what you're supposed to bring to your art and to what you create. And forget about all the noise, forget about all the opinions, forget about all the numbers and the pressure and the timeline and how old you are and what you've done in the past and what this person did and how it worked for them and should I be more like that and do I need more followers and do I need this? There's so much noise, there's so much pressure. And I think what you need to sustain your career anyway and to create something that is maybe going to have some longevity is just it coming from inside of you, coming from that pure place that's like, I need to get this off my chest. I need to create this. I need to share this. I need to process this feeling in a song or whatever. And I think that's the most fun part of this at the end of the day is that moment when you can create the thing and you write the song and you say exactly how you felt and you get to drive home and listen to it and feel that happiness of like, wow, I created something that wasn't there before. And everything after that is almost like there to take away that magic. Not to be too cynical, but like, I think for me, holding on to I want to make this song because I want to say this thing that might speak to someone else is what I try to really come back to at the end of the day. And I can get caught up and I want to be successful. I want everything to go well. But I think that that's what sort of brings me back and keeps me coming back to the studio and keeps me writing. And so I really, really try to hold on to that. And I think I wish I would have been more encouraged to just trust that instinct, trust your gut. No one is you, and you're going to bring something unique to everything and to everything that you do. So trust that that's enough and see where that takes you. Yeah, and also practice the guitar and practice piano. I should have done that more. So thanks so much for joining me. My name's Katelyn Tarver. Again, I just put out my album, Subject to Change, and we're pre-recording this, so currently in this moment, it is one day before my album comes out, and I am freaking out. I'm so excited. I feel like every emotion has kind of like come through me today, like excitement, fear, terror, numbness. Like, I don't know. I've put so much time and heart and energy into this project, and I really, really love these songs. I feel like they're super representative of me as a songwriter and an artist, and just kind of a moment in time. And I really hope you check it out. I hope you like it. You can find me on socials, Instagram at Katelyn Tarver, Twitter at Katelyn Tarver. I don't know, pretty much everywhere I'm just at Katelyn Tarver. And please check out my music if you want to, and I hope you enjoy it.